Hey everybody, Garnathan here. Going to be showcasing, or showing you guys my Vuhdo healing profile. A lot of you want to know, what buttons I use to heal and how I heal. I'm going to show you kind of the setup and the mentality of, what my clicks do. And this is the same profile I've been using or the same kind of buttons that do corresponding things ever since I started playing Resto Druid back in Cataclysm. Um, like the original Cataclysm. And that's when I started playing Resto Druid. So, and I used healbot ever since I started playing Classic Season of Discovery. So, there's a lot to learn. So, looking at Vuhdo here, I'm going to kind of just show you guys, my tabs as I go through. And you guys can pause it whenever. So, now anything like a bunch of this, I kind of just leave as default. Tranquility, I never use Tranquility. It sucks. It's only party wide, and it's just not good. Even with the 6-piece tier piece, it's just not good. All right, now coming to this, this was probably the hardest thing for me to figure out when it first came out with Vuhdo. I don't know if you have to do this anymore, but this was for wild growth. So here, you can select bouquet, I guess is what you call it. If I pronounce that right, bouquet. But you have all the different spells, right? Evoker. They even have like the retail stuff in here. But just this is what I have selected. Um, and then so yeah, just copy that. Now here comes the spells. My left click is usually going to be just a single target. My go-to single target heal, Nourish. My right button will be Regrowth. I usually just do rank 1 because and that was mainly just to utilize this idol to give you mana back for long fights where you have consistent damage on a target and you can get use of this mana return. But a lot of fights now, for when I'm parsing, I never use regrowth, so whatever. Now the middle button, I want to discuss this a little bit more. So you see rejuvenation rank 1. I've ran this for a long time because my playstyle revolved around Nourish for my single target heal, Wild Growth for my group AoE heal, and um, Life Bloom for my single target HOTS. Because Life Bloom was buffed to where you essentially get your mana back. So it's essentially almost free. And it's a decently good heal, but the problem with Life Bloom is it takes up too much time to get the amount of healing you want from it. And it's tricky to get the full amount healing from the Bloom, because it's all about timing. So for the most part, I'll just use Rejuve rank 1, the cheapest Rejuve, to then cast Swiftmend on to get my effluence, to work. Because the efflow doesn't matter what Rejuve or hot you use it on, the efflow always heals its max potential. But recently I've been using for like parse runs and where we're like not doing so many heals, for me to get thorough output and to get my maximum output, I'll use max rank Rejuve. It's a lot more mana intensive, but the fights are so short, it doesn't matter. One innervate and you're probably good and the boss is dead. So yep, and I use a mouse that has 2 buttons on the side. So the button 4 is my remove curse, button 5 is my abolish poison. Coming to my control clicks, I got remove curse. This is redundant. I could probably change that, honestly. Right button is Swiftmend, so control right button is my Swiftmend. Control middle is Barkskin. That's my external cooldown on whoever I want to put the Barkskin on. And of course, I have the abolish poison and remove curse, which I should probably just to make these consistent, right? I want to make these consistent. Let me do that. I always want to make my keys consistent. So actually going through this, it's actually kind of like telling me, I didn't have it consistent. But make sure all your buttons are consistent if you don't have any extra buttons you need to keep behind. Now coming to my shift. Shift left. I don't really use shift keys. Let me see. No, this is control and shift. Let me come to my control button. Here we go. My shift click. Shift left is my life bloom. Shift right is my regrowth max rank. Shift middle click button is my wild growth. That's my group AoE. And I never really touch these. These are just there to be there. So yeah, let me go through my other tabs here for you guys. And of course, it's gonna be on the YouTube video, so you can pause it, whenever, however you want to do it. Buffs. I do these. I should probably click this, but this is just personal awareness. And the Vuhdo, I have the Vuhdo set up to where it checks if they have missing wild growth. So if I had a full group, anyone who's missing the mark of the wild would have like a white box, and I just know who to like buff. Come through here, debuffs. Alright, panels. This is a big one, panels. I only have one panel, and that's for whoever is in my party or raid. And of course, you can customize this to however you want for your resolution. This is probably a good one. This is how I look at things. This took a while to set up too, the hot icons. A lot of this is just, I leave this default. Now, I never shared a profile before. I don't really know how to do that, but it might be easier to do that, but I just don't know. But at least like showing you all that I have now is this. And of course, I leave it all defaulted with my groups, because you can choose like what you want your groups to represent. I always have like the pets like over here on the far right, because the pets are secondary. If you really have nothing better to heal, you could heal the pets, but the pets are on the very far right side, so I don't really concern myself with them that much. And yeah, that's my Vuhdo profile. If you have any questions, just let me know. I know I kind of misspoke a couple times during there. I gotta work on that, but yeah, let me guys know if that's good enough for you guys. So thank you.